Here's how our family of 5 is planning to budget and save every dollar of our income this month. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Marissa, and here we talk about life and money, and I share my personal household budget here on the internet. So if you want to see more budget videos like this, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any new videos. We are a family of 5 living in Phoenix, Arizona. We have a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 6-month-old, and here's how we are planning to spend our income this month. So I am using this budget template. I will have it available on my shop. I will leave a link to that down below, and you can check out this instant download. You can use it in Excel, Google Sheets, whatever you want to use. This is the template that I use every month, and it's pretty simple and helps keep us organized. So the first thing that we have here is our income section. We have Jacob's income and my income individually blocked off. So my husband Jacob is a W-2 employee. He works in marketing. He does work from home though, which is wonderful. I am a stay-at-home mom with my 3 boys. Obviously, with their ages, they keep me very busy, but I do make money on the side here from social media, and I also do bookkeeping. I have a guide about how to build your own online business as a mom, which is what I have done personally, and love that it gives me the flexibility to be home with my kids and also provide income, because we need additional income other than just my husband's salary for us to be able to do the things that we want to do with our money. And then I have another course called Next Level Bookkeeper, which teaches you how to do bookkeeping tasks and launch your very own bookkeeping business. I started bookkeeping about 1.5 years ago, and I love it because it has given me consistent income while also having the flexibility to work from home and on my own schedule. I do all my work when my kids are asleep. You can see it's dark outside right now because everyone is asleep for the night. And I just love that what I do allows me to work around my schedule. So if you want to check out either of those, I will have those linked down below as well. As a grand total though, our overall household income that we are planning for this month is $9,400. This is what we are taking home after taxes, insurance, 401k, HSA, all of those deductions and things. So now to show you where we are planning to spend that all. The first thing that we have here is our tithe. We give to our church and other organizations like African New Life. I do have this blocked out for privacy. But next we have is our mortgage, $25,6455. This is standard for our principal and interest. We bought this house in November 2023, so interest rates were high. We have a 6.625% rate, but that's honestly a little bit lower than what you'd probably get even now with rates. So I'm hoping that eventually we'll be able to refinance, maybe this year, maybe next year, but for now it is what it is, and it's okay. It still fits in our budget. Next we have is our HOA. We pay $130 each month for our HOA. And then natural gas, I expect this to be about $45. We are actually starting to heat our home a little bit in this month of January, whereas we haven't had to heat it since probably last February. So maybe we will have a little bit more of that. Next we have is electric. We are set up for budget billing. So it has us pay $235 each month, and I think this might be the last month before I'm gonna get out of that, because that is way more than the average of what we used for energy wise for the last year. Since we are in Phoenix, obviously summers are more expensive with energy costs of running the AC, and winters are a lot lower, so there's a lot of variance there. And so I thought that maybe the budget billing option, since it was free, it doesn't cost anything extra, I was like, maybe this would be helpful, but that's how much they said we should pay, and that does not make sense because that is definitely not the average. So I think this might be the last month that we'll do this, and then we'll go back to just paying whatever the balance is for the month. Next we have is trash at $20 each month, and then water, actually I just got the bill for this is going to be $95. Next we have is internet. Oh, I messed this up. Internet is $60 a month. And then our phones is what's $137. So our phones, we are on my parents' phone family plan, and we just pay for our lines, and we pay $137 each month for that. Next we have is insurance. This is car insurance for both of our cars. We have a 2018 Highlander and a 2024 Kia Carnival, and this also includes our homeowner's insurance. So everything all together is $272.90 each month. Then we have life insurance at $52.89. We have a term life insurance policy on myself and my husband Jacob. Next we have is groceries. We plan to spend $650 this month on groceries. My little baby is starting to eat solids, so I'm sure our grocery bill will go up here soon. But for right now, $650 seems to be ish about where we are. Next we have is eating out for $150 a month. We do a lot of takeout, quick service type eating out whenever we do that. It's typically just once a week though, and I kind of like to plan for this in our schedule. So we normally do takeout on either a Friday or Saturday, depending if we have anything else going on. And I think that planning it out in our schedule helps us to not go out to eat on random other days during the week, because we know that we should be eating at home and we are going to get to go out on a different day. Next we have is gas at $150 each month for our cars. Like I said, my husband works from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. We don't have a lot of commuting and gas spending to have to do. Next we have is fun. $50 is what we put towards that. I know that that's minimal, but that's like one little family outing or one little, family fun activity. Then we have miscellaneous at $200. You always need a miscellaneous category in your budget because there's always random things that may come up. And then Roth IRAs. My husband and I are working on maxing out our 2 Roth IRAs for 2025 this year. So we're contributing $1,166.67 each month, and this will max out both of our Roth IRAs total. And lastly, we have college savings. We are contributing to our 3 sons' 529 college savings plans. I do have this blocked off for privacy as well, but we do contribute to their college every month. So this is all of the money that goes out of our bank account each month, and that is $7,057 and a penny. I know that some of these are like savings related, like our Roth IRA and college savings, but this is just money that I am paying to someone else, goes out of our bank account. Now for the savings section of the budget, which is the fun part because it's working towards our other goals. The first thing that we have here is our emergency fund, which we have fully funded at 6 months of necessary expenses set aside in our emergency fund. Then property taxes. We set aside $275 each month for property taxes here for our home in Phoenix. Taxes, since I am self-employed, I do set aside money for taxes and just keep this in a fund here. And then opportunity, this is where every extra dollar goes if we have it, of just something that we're saving for in the future. Right now we don't have that extra, so we're not putting anything to that. But the reason why I have all of these in a light blue color rather than this other color is because I keep the total of all of these funds in my high yield savings account. I know I share it every time, but if you do not have a high yield savings account, please go get one. A high yield savings account is just like a normal savings account, except you can earn significantly more interest, like 10 times the average national rate. I personally use CIT Bank because they have some of the highest interest rates around. It'll take you just 5 minutes to set up an account. It's super easy. There are no monthly fees. It's FDIC insured, and so this is a great place to keep your emergency fund or any short or medium length savings goals that you may have. They have 2 different high yield savings account options to choose from. Their platinum savings account, which has a higher interest rate, but you do need $5,000 in that account to get that rate. And they have a savings connect account, which has a little bit lower of a rate, and you only need $100 minimum. So these are still though really great rates, and I actually switched to them about 2 years ago because they had higher rates, and I love earning interest on my savings. I have realized that the interest that I earn from my savings and my high yield savings account each month more than covers like my son's swim lessons for the month. And so when you put all those things in perspective, like, it's awesome to just earn extra money. If you have your emergency fund sitting there, why not let it earn you some extra interest? I will have a link to CIT Bank down in the description box below. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a little kickback. So thank you so much if you do use it. But again, they are who I use personally, and I recommend them to personal friends and family. So I would highly recommend checking it out. Go get yourself a high yield savings account and let your money start earning you some interest. The next fund that we have is Jacob. Jacob gets $150 of personal spending each month, and then I get $75. The only reason why it's different is I just don't spend as much money on myself. You'll see where I prefer to spend my money. Next we have is extra giving. We put $50 a month into that, which allows us to say yes to additional giving opportunities if they come up. And then gifts, $50 a month to this for things like baby showers, or, my kids are getting older, going to like friend birthday party, like things like that. And then clothing, $50 a month for that, for clothing for myself and Jacob. We don't have to do a lot of that right now. Next we have is vacation. We are setting aside $200 a month for the purpose of vacation. We are going to Disneyland in the spring, and I'm super excited about that. So we are saving money for that trip. Next we have is Christmas. We're setting aside $100 each month for Christmas. Now is a great time to start saving for Christmas if you haven't already. Save for it little by little throughout the year, and so that way it's not a huge financial burden for you when December comes around. And you can also then buy things when they go on sale throughout the year to give as Christmas gifts later on, because you're setting aside money for that purpose. Next we have is medical. We put $400 into our medical sinking fund each month. This will cover all of the doctor's visits and things that we may have for medical expenses. Next we have is dues and subs. We put $100 into that each month. This will cover things like, our annual Costco renewal and other things like that. Our Walmart Plus subscription, all of that kind of stuff. Next we have is car maintenance, which is $75 each month. House maintenance at $200 each month. I will start increasing this soon. Our house was a new build and we had a 1-year warranty, so everything was taken care of that needed to be done, but we obviously still have put other things into our house. Besides doing just like required maintenance, we have done some like fun house things, and we have used this fund to do that. Next we have is household, which I have at $187.59. Obviously you can tell this was where every extra penny is going. And we'll adjust this in just a minute. And then kids, I have at $400 each month. This covers things like preschool, swim lessons, clothing, diapers, toys, anything I need to spend on for the kids because I have kids goes here. So $400 a month for the 3 of them. As you can see here, the total is $2,312.59 for our savings, and then our total out takes the expenses plus the savings, and this should equal our income. That's how you know you have a balanced budget. But here you can see that I'm off $30.40 because I made those adjustments earlier. So let's go in real time and adjust this. For household, I'm going to delete this out and I'm going to put every extra penny right here. $217.99. So that is a look at our budget for the month of February. Let me know how your February is looking, and also don't forget to check out CIT Bank's high yield savings account. Start earning yourself some extra interest on your savings. And with that, I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.